what we are seeing is that the enforcement agencies have actually started implementing the PMLA. And so we've created a package of services which will help the jewelers implement this procedure.
So I do think they're going to see a slight drift off to the 1920 to 1925 region in this green belt over here. This is where we had seen volumes really spike. Good morning, folks, and welcome to a brand new episode of Finmet Mondays. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Morning.
I'm a little disappointed, I have to be honest, about how the payrolls data played out.
Well, I think it had something for everyone. So initially, when the number came out, it was the bulls, the gold bulls thought this is great for us. They took it above the resistance level that you had been talking about, and it broke 1937, 1939 levels,
Right.
and went all the way to 1952, at which point people realized maybe the data is not that great for them. And so there was profit taking, and then we've drifted back to where it was at the beginning of the news. So all in all, I think it created some action, but not the breakout that we were expecting. And we're back at where we were prior to the data.
If you look at this red line here, this is the descending trend line that is drawn from the May 5th high. We've really seen traders specifically respect the direction and the intuition of this red line. Like, you've seen that there's been a massive pullback. If you look at this candlestick chart, there's been just a long wick over here. And that kind of really indicates, how participants are viewing taking positions in the market based on the fundamental data that's coming out. So I do think they're going to see a slight drift off to the 1920 to 1925 region in this green belt over here. This is where we had seen volumes really spike in terms of trading over the last 2 weeks. And I think that's going to happen once again. And we may see a pullback again, depending on how the data plays out. But typically, we are going to be within this band and not going to break this 1950 zone soon yet. There's also been a lot of action on the PMLA. And I wanted to get your perspective on that. What's the news regarding PMLA, and have there been any issues or concerns that the industry has been facing regarding PMLA?
What we are seeing is that the enforcement agencies have actually started implementing the PMLA and have been raiding people, typically in the south and the east of the country. It's coming in the news. And so what we're doing is we're encouraging the jewelers, especially the largest jewelers, to try to take some action, to have the processes, the systems in place.
Right.
And so we've created a package of services which will help the jewelers implement this procedure, ensure that they have some way to answer the enforcement agencies, and at the same time ensure that their business doesn't get affected.
There's also some education that needs to be provided around PMLA to begin with as well, right?
Correct. So there's a training program also that we implement as a part of the package.
Okay.
So we encourage the jewelers who are interested to contact one of our salespeople and understand what we're offering and see how we can help.
Sunil, thank you so much once again for joining in and giving us a little bit of color on not only the fundamental outlook, but also the PMLA. Let's see how the markets play out this week. But till then, thank you so much and goodbye.
Thank you.